Hey, before this video starts, it's gonna involve some stuff that might be triggering to some people. I knew this stuff used to be very triggering to me, so if you are gonna be freaked out by discussions of distorted audio or some pictures of loading screens, or the uncanny valley, I'd maybe sit this one out. Yeah. Hi, I'm Ronnie. And today I wanted to talk about some of my fears, or these are all kind of in the same vein, like this type of thing that made me really uncomfortable or anxious when I was younger, and it still continues on to today, though I'm better at regulating it because I'm on medication. But I wasn't able to find like a right word for it, but this is the closest I could find. Verzephobia, which is the fear of graphical errors, distortion, and visual glitches, especially in video games. This was like the closest I could find, though mine more has to do with television and voices, like automated voices. I don't know if there's a word for either of those, but these have always like freaked me out. It probably has something to do with the uncanny valley or something. But yeah. So I have some stuff written down that I wanted to talk about. First one, automated calls or robocalls. Like when you get spam calls and they're just like robot voices. I used to be so scared of those. I remember when I was about 7, my mom was like selected for jury duty, and she had to call in every day to see if she had to go in or not. And the system was an automated robocall system, and I remember she would get on the phone every night and she put it on speaker because she would usually be doing something else. And I remember covering my ears, like it scared me so bad. And I don't know why I was so scared of that. I remember I had a nightmare once where my friend was called by like a scammer call telling her she won the lottery. But what freaked me out about it was like a robocall that was like, "You've won a trip to California." And then there was like a recording of a crowd of people cheering, and I like woke up in a cold sweat. Second, I have the Roku TV loading screen. I'll try to find a picture. But when Roku would like run into an error loading something, like sometimes I would click on Netflix and it would load and it would load and it would load and it would load on the Netflix loading screen. But then it would just, the TV would like go dark. And then it would come up, it was like the letters that spell out Roku, so like an R and O and a K and a U. And they would sort of like bounce around and stuff, but there was no music. It was just the sound of them bouncing around, and it really freaked me out. And I remember whenever that would happen, I'd just turn off the TV. Like I just wouldn't have any more interest in what I was watching. I'd just turn it off. This one's more recent, actually. It's the Peacock "This program will resume shortly" screen. Sometimes if you're watching something live on Peacock, like Saturday Night Live or like whatever, sometimes during ad breaks, it shows the screen, and this one does have music, but the music is really ominous, and it's just like a black screen with the Peacock logo, and it says "This program will resume shortly." My grandma has a alarm in her house because she was robbed a while ago when I was around 7. So she implemented an alarm system in her house, and it's whenever I'm staying with her, it's always my job to set the alarm. And when I was little, I would set the alarm, and about like right before I was going to bed, so it was like dark, and about like 60 seconds after you set the alarm, it's an automated voice once again, and it says "system armed," and that would just freak me out, and I would run into my bedroom so I could not hear it saying "system armed." In a similar vein, automated alarm systems. So that's like the drills for the emergency announcement system for like nuclear bombs or whatever, like when that comes on the radio. That used to really freak me out, obviously for like obvious reasons, but also because I didn't like the voice. My old apartment building when I was little had a fire alarm where it would like do a siren for like 30 seconds and then it would say an announcement, and it was an automated voice. That really freaked me out. Carmen Winstead. So I don't know if a lot of people know what this is, but Carmen Winstead is basically, it was like a copy pasta where it was like this girl and she got sorry she got pushed down into a sewer by her friends when she's like dead, so she's like a ghost, and you would get like an email and it's like, oh, if you don't send this to 5 or like 10 people, she's gonna kill you, but if you do send it to 10 people, you'll have like really good luck. And that wasn't what freaked me out, because I was smart enough to not fall for that. But there's like another automated voice. Someone made like a voice recording for her. I don't know where that came from. But it's like, I don't know, it's like really high and it doesn't sound... Just go listen to it, or like don't if you think this will freak you out, but it's like sort of high and like uncanny valley, and it sounds like someone pretending to be a little girl, but it's like robot-y. She's like, hello, my name is Carmen Winstead. And it always like freaked me out. Police sketches or recreations. I'm sure people have seen videos when police, this is just like uncanny valley. I think everyone's pretty scared of these, but I would go out of my way to avoid these. I've always been into kind of like, you know, weird, like, ooh, unsolved cases, like YouTube videos. But if I knew it involved like a Jane Doe, where there'd be like a police recreation, I would just not, I don't know what my grandma's watching. Anyway, if I knew there was gonna be like a Jane Doe, I would like not watch the video, because they make these like tech, like digitally made recreations. If you just look up like Jane Doe recreation, you can see it. I will warn you, they are pretty creepy. They're pretty uncanny valley. Now it makes me more sad than anything, because I just think about them and how they were like real people, and like now nobody like knows who they are, and it makes me really sad. Ooh, last one, number stations. So this is kind of weird, because number stations are also like something I'm really interested in. Like I'll often do research about them. But basically, if you don't know what they are, number systems are sort of like, they were used by spies a lot in the Cold War. And basically they are like secret encrypted radio stations, and they only say numbers, and those numbers are codes for actual words. So like you would just like connect it and it'd be like 5587777, and that would be something. But once again, it's an automated voice, and they really freaked me out. And I remember when I looked them up the first time, there's one that's like Cuban, so all the numbers are in Spanish, but the voice of it sounds like it's in pain, and I don't know how else to describe it. But it really freaks me out. There's also another one called Yorkshire something that I believe is from World War One, and it's British, and it starts out, a lot of times the number stations will have like an opening and closing thing, so that you know like when the message starts and when it ends. And it uses like a stretch of music, but it's really low quality because it's from World War One, and it's like really, it's almost distorted, and that really freaks me out. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me on this adventure.